Hey. So I hope that everybody got my message or caught my previous video just explaining the new Google Drive form. I have it in there. It's an anonymous form, so we don't know who's asking the question. I thought maybe it would be a safe way to get some more challenging questions. It may be a safe way to get some more struggles that you guys are having so we can help you. And our first question that we had was how to stop making excuses and how to keep yourself from getting derailed. So I love this. The other leaders and coaches in this group are going to be sharing throughout the week some additional tips and answering this question, and because it is a huge question, and it is something that's also very personal. So what I share may not work for you. It's worth trying and finding your own way, or maybe you'll identify more to what Michelle or Shannon or Emily or any of the other coaches have to say. So feel free to comment your suggestions or questions about how to stop making excuses and how to not get derailed in the comments here so we can help everybody. And so my first thing that I want to say to address this is there is no way to never derail or never think of an excuse. So I want to encourage you that what you're dealing with is not really necessarily an excuse or derailment problem. It's a getting started and perfectionist problem. So I would recommend the book Finish by John Acuff is a great book. Girl Wash Your Face is a great book. Those two books, The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins, and Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits is a great one. There is another habits one I'm thinking of. Maybe I'll do a screenshot and put it in this post then. But what I want to encourage you is the idea, like, I think we all want our lives to be perfect, right? We all want to have the perfect weight loss journey, the perfect health journey, the perfect family, the perfect job, the perfect hours. Like, we all kind of think everything needs to start on January 1st and we be perfect, and needs to start on a Monday and we be perfect. We need to start in the morning and it needs to be perfect. And if we miss it, then it's fallen. And so when you talk about, stop from getting derailing, you're not open to the idea that challenges are going to come, and you're telling yourself if it's not perfect then it's wrong. And the fact of the matter is, those challenges, those hurdles, those derailments are where you learn the most and grow. There's been so many quotes that I just absolutely love that talk about how, that rock, my dear, wasn't in your way to send you on another path. It was your way. And when you climb over that rock, you get stronger. Like, someone who falls down and keeps restarting is stronger than someone who never fell, because every time you stand back up, you're overcoming and you're telling yourself you're worth it and you're going to go forward. And that sort of validation is making you stronger. And you're not starting back at zero. It doesn't matter if you regain more than you've ever lost, or you've regained, it doesn't matter any of that. None of that matters, because you're never starting back at zero. You are always starting knowing information from before. And so I feel like that question, like, one of the big things that you're struggling with is perfectionism, and knowing that, like, I don't have some super willpower. I shared on Sunday I ate more than one bear claw. Like, I ate a bear claw, started eating the next one. Like, I shared, like, how many times the squiggle, that the journey is a squiggle. So I want to encourage you that to change something, you've got to change something. And so if this is your struggle, you actually are struggling with perfectionism. So reading a book that will help you overcome perfectionism and finding solutions is going to be a great way to start. When it comes to excuse making, again, excuses are kind of like a way to get out of it. And it's something that is almost natural to come to an excuse. It's almost natural to have the idea. You may have an excuse before you even realize you're having an excuse. And so if, for example, you're saying, I don't have enough time to do the workouts, I don't have enough money to buy the vitamin shakes. When you give an excuse like that, the only thing that I can think to recommend is to write it down. Instead of just saying it, like sometimes it's really easy to say something, but when you look at it on paper and actually try to address it, you can find that what you were missing some of the solutions. So I want to encourage you that if you hear yourself making an excuse often, write that excuse down. Write it on a piece of paper and then ask yourself questions. So let's say your excuse is, I don't have time to work out. We'll say, I don't have time to work out. Write it down and then look at it. Now, you're going to switch it and you're going to say, why do I have time to work out? Okay, well, I didn't have time to work out when I was hitting snooze for an hour and a half. So, honestly, we could do 4 of our workouts in an hour and a half. So instead of saying, I don't have time to work out, I can say, I will wake up when my alarm goes off and get my workout done. I'm not saying that if you're snoozing for an hour and a half, my encouragement would be to set your alarm for 30 minutes before you've actually been getting up. So like, let's say you're like I was and you used to snooze from 6:30 to 8. Set your alarm for 7:30 and then get up at 7:30 and do one of our 20-minute workouts. Even if you just do a 10-minute workout, you're still working out and you're proving you do have time to work out. I don't have time to work out. Why is it so? Why can I find time to work out? Okay, I watched 3 Netflix shows last week. I am going to lift weights sitting in my chair and do squats while I'm watching every other Netflix show. Then you keep going through that. So my encouragement to beat the excuses is to write them down. But again, the excuses are trying to get yourself out of something. You're trying to feel okay to stay where you are. But there's nothing, I don't know the right words to say. But if that conflict, if you're feeling that inner conflict, then there is something that you want. There's more energy, more strength, less medication, more health, more connection. There's something that you want. And it's like the fear of, I believe, because these two questions go together, of the perfectionism. It's that perfectionism voice saying, well, if you don't have time, you don't have to start, so you won't fail. And what I'm telling you is to just forget about not being derailed and forget about not failing, because you're going to fail. And I mean that in a loving way. You're going to fail, but it's okay, because everybody fails. That's when you learn the most. It's an opportunity to learn. It's an opportunity to get stronger. It's an opportunity to grow. And honestly, some of my biggest failures have resulted in some of my biggest awarenesses. Something I've shared a couple times that I learned in January was, I will eat when I need a hug because I want something to touch me, and food is touching me. So when I'm full and satisfied and I find myself grabbing the treats at a party or something like that, I'm missing a connection. I'm needing some physical connection. And then, I can track down my son or ask my husband to hug me, or find myself a glass of water, distract myself, and walk away. But I learned that by failing and regaining 11 pounds. So the difference between old Jen 3 years ago and the Jen this year is I'm okay with knowing it's a squiggle journey. It's not going to be perfect. And yes, I want everything to be perfect. You know, I had 23 months in a row that I hit a goal, and last month is the first month that I did not hit my goal. And I cried. I cried. I'll be honest, I cried because I didn't hit my goal. But then I let it go. So I want to encourage you that, good night. I want to encourage you that it's not getting derailed that is, and it's not the excuses that are holding you up. It's perfectionism. And so, like I said, John Acuff finished, great book for that. The 5-second rule is to help you take action, because I will tell you, almost every single problem out there can be solved with action. And when you're taking the time to focus on your excuses, and you're looking at those excuses, and you're looking at how you might fail or all those things, you're stuck where you are. Where if you just do one thing, just go get a glass of water. Just go drink one glass of water and move forward. Just go listen to one of your mindset nutrition courses. Just go do 10 minutes of exercise. Just go for one walk. Just go prep carrots and celery for your snacks the rest of the week. It'll take you 20 minutes, and you can take the laptop or phone in the kitchen with you and watch Netflix while you're cutting them. Safely, with lights on, and not cutting while you're watching something scary and intense, like look at your hands, be safe. But you know what I mean. Like, you can listen to some fun music and make it fun. You can pull in your kids to help you. You can have your kids look at the meal plans and help you. So have them pick the recipes, you know. So, but it's not that you have to do all the things immediately perfect. It's just that you have to start, you have to take action, and then you have to be willing to fail, because you're going to fail. It's not that I've never been derailed, and it's not that I've never made excuses, because I do. It's just when I see myself making an excuse, I stop and I ask myself, why? Why is it so easy, and why do I have time? I did a post, I think yesterday, about it's so easy to lose weight. Like 3 years ago, I was saying it's so hard to lose weight. It's so hard to lose weight. 3 years ago, I was saying I don't have time to work out. I don't have the money to take the vitamin shake. I don't have the money to eat healthy. Meanwhile, I did. I just was looking at this story I kept telling myself that was false. And I ended up saving my family over $5,000 a year when I started taking the vitamin shakes. Like, I was able to stop buying all the other stuff I was buying. I stopped going to the drive-thru. I didn't realize how much the drive-thru adds up. If you hit the drive-thru or the gas station, I challenge you to look at your receipts for a day and multiply it by 30. I bet it's more than the shakes cost a month. That's what I found anyway. And so here, I thought I didn't have time. I was snoozing for an hour and a half. I was miserable. I thought I didn't have money, and I actually was bleeding money that I didn't need to spend. And another thing is lean in. Like, lean into this group, watch the videos, comment on the posts, reach out to your coach. Like, there's no shame or hiding. I know how it feels. I've been there. Like I said, I am not perfect. I will own any pizza, donut, whatever, and it's not about perfection. Like, that's the thing. It's not that you're never going to have pizza and never have fries. It's just that I know for me, that used to be the daily. Those things were included in my daily. So I just want to encourage you that it's a great question, and I just want to redirect you a little bit, that you're struggling with perfectionism, and I want to tell you it's okay. It is okay to fall. It is okay to go backwards, because you will get stronger. When you restart, you're restarting with all the information you know from before. And you have us. That's why we're here. That's why this community is here, to help you. So get started on your videos, restart your videos. I have kept over 111 pounds off for over a year and a half, and I still track my food, and I've watched the 2B Mindset videos at least twice this year alone. I want to encourage you, you will still learn something every time you rewatch it. There'll be one little trick you learn that'll help you for next time. And just be open to failing. Be open to failing. Now, if we start to fail like every single day, and we're having like soda and fast food and drive-through like every single day for 5 days in a row, then we need to revisit what your goals are and what you really want to do. Because it's something where you do have to work. Like, this is going to be a little hard, right? There is going to be a little challenge, a little struggle. But then I promise you, when we fast forward a year of pushing through, you'll find how easy it is. Like, read my post from yesterday, that it is so easy to lose weight, and there's so many reasons why. All the same reasons I said it's so easy to lose weight, you could very easily say that's why it's hard. You could very easily focus on that. But if you focus on the action and the solution and leaning in, you can do this. I know you can, and that's why we're here. We're here to help. So if you need help getting restarted on your program, if you need help, if you have any questions, drop them down here. If you have any tips for our fellow boot camper who asked about how to stop making excuses and how to stop getting derailed, like, share the tips in the comment here. And I put the Google form back in the comments of this video just so we keep getting that circulated, so that you know that we are here to help you and that we can help you overcome and succeed. That's what we want. We want you to be at your happiest and healthiest. My personal, like, my vision statement, which I put like at the top of my goal sheets it's also on my whiteboard at home. I read it every morning. It's to inspire, empower, and support families to be their happiest and healthiest. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want to empower you with the tools that have saved my family and saved me. And I want to help you be your happiest and healthiest. I know you can do it. So let's make this a wonderful Wednesday evening. I was going to call it Tuesday, but it's Wednesday, right? Yeah. And let's rock this October. Let's really lean in and tackle some hard things so that we can be on track, feeling our strongest and feeling our most control with solutions going into what we all know is a very, very stressful and busy and temptation-filled season that starts at the end of this month. So let's get our minds and our focus right now. Let's make our commitment to ourselves and keep that commitment to ourselves, and let's end this year strong. So I am so thankful that you guys are here. I'm so thankful for the time that you take in reading and posting and sharing and listening to me. And I thank you. I thank you. And I will see you guys later.